Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Blue version. Today we take on the final gym. Yo, champ in the making. Even I don't know Viridian's leader's identity. This will be the toughest of all the gym leaders. I hear that the trainers here like ground type Pokemon. Alright, so there's actually items in this gym and we have the return of the spinning floor tiles. So I'm gonna make my way through battling gym trainers as we go along. That way we can get some levels on Terror and some of our other Pokemon. The truly talented win with style. Okay, so as kind of mentioned, they use ground types in quotes. But we're going to see there are also other trainers with different types being used. And kind of the interesting thing, I need to switch out here, with Isis probably wasn't bad. The trainers here they're not, the trainer classes come off a little more aggressive, I would say, than some of the other ones. So we have this cool trainer. Nothing seems too abnormal there, but if you kind of notice, he does have a whip with him, so he may not be treating his Pokemon necessarily the nicest. Or, you know, maybe uses it on other people. Well, I don't 100% know. And we'll keep Terror up front. I think this is another cool trainer. Okay, and it is. But we'll see our other trainer classes in this gym are black belts, so martial artists, tamers who also use whips. And then we'll, of course, have our gym leader, who's going to be the main focus of this episode. Let's try Hyper Beam and see how well this does. And we get the knockout with a critical hit. Yeah. Okay, next, Doug Trio. We'll keep Terror in so we can try to get some more experience on him, but I am going to switch out let's go Parasy. Not necessarily the best. Ooh, that X attack could be kind of dangerous on him. Let's try to hit him with Spore. Fortunately, our accuracy did fall. Oh, that slash is going to probably do a good amount of damage because, yep, critical hit. But actually, I believe with the critical hit, it didn't use the X attack. So, kind of a benefit for us. Let's use Leech Life to gain some health back. And take advantage of our raised attack. And get the knockout. And back to full health. And Parasy grows to level 42. Alright, and here is a black belt, I believe. Roar! I'm working myself into a rage. Sends out a Machop. Terror is lower level, but with Fly, we do have the advantage. He uses X attack to try to raise his attack stat. But we get the knockout with Fly. Next is Machoke. We'll keep Terror in. We'll just repeat what we just did. Fly to avoid Tries to go to Leer for lowering our defenses. But we get a critical hit and a knockout. And a level. Alright. Okay, next challenger. Pokemon and I, we make wonderful music together. So this is probably a tamer, yep. Another Rhyhorn. Once again, well, I'll stunt Kaiser. Terror isn't necessarily a horrible choice against the Rhyhorn, but can't really do super effective hits. I mean, neither can Kaiser here, but his... Ooh, I was hoping for more. We get hit by a Fury attack. Three times. Let's try Rock Slide. Oh, well, I was hoping it would hit. I do believe it resisted, but hopefully it does a decent amount. Oh, okay, it did about the same. Well, let's break out Thrash. So it kind of seems like maybe Kaiser is not going to be the best for this gym, just due to physical attacks not necessarily being all that useful. But Genbu, on the other hand, does have the advantage here. Let's use Surf and most likely get the knockout. I'd be surprised if we don't. And we got the knockout. Terror gains some more experience. You are in perfect harmony. Okay. Let's continue on around. Take this spin. And let's battle another tamer. Your Pokemon will cower at the crack of my whip. And Arbok, so a poison type. It's like I think I mentioned it before, but I really do kind of like how these gyms have trainers of different classes, but also using different type of Pokemon besides just the gym type. It really adds on to the atmosphere of the dungeon, or not the dungeon, the gym. And we get to learn a bit more about kind of the philosophy of this gym. So Arbok and Tauros being kind of rougher Pokemon. We have black belts with their fighting types. You know, all of this gym is very physical based, but it's very rough and tough. Whereas we saw with like Sabrina's gym, it was more kind of like mystical, spiritual with the psychics and the charmers. Blaine had kind of reformed criminals, which kind of go with his story from like the manga, or what they used to expand for the manga. Okay, another black belt, I believe. Karate is the ultimate form of martial arts. You know, and it's expanded a lot from like Brock having junior trainers in his gym. So he's the beginning, so he didn't have strong trainers. Misty just having kind of normal swimmers and all that. Erica's gym of only women. Lieutenant Surge's gym of like seeming military veterans, and that rocket member, well, not rocket member, rocker member. It just, I don't know, I always found it interesting. I believe this is also our last Trainer, Viridian Gym was closed for a long time, but now our leader is back. So one last tamer sends out a Nidorino. Let's use Fly real quick. Using Focus Energy to try to raise up his critical chances. And we get the knockout with Fly. Next is Nidoking. Let's use Fly again. It goes for Thrash, but its attack missed. We hit. Nearly get the knockout, but it is thrashing about. And luckily, due to our rock typing, we resist the Thrash. We hit back with Swift and get the knockout. I was beaten. Okay. And I think this just takes us kind of back to the entrance. Yeah. So I think the reason for that area is for if you come up here. Oh. We actually have another Karate King. Okay, yeah, so if we went through that area in the center with a whole bunch of trainers, there's a way you can pull that one trainer up that we just fought, and then you have to go through the bottom to get to the gym leader. Okay, continue with Fly. And we're finally getting Terror caught up in levels. But I know we're definitely going to need to train between now and the Elite Four. But we still have the basic final dungeon of the main story to go through. So I'll focus on training after that. But we're getting levels, I still think, decently well. Fly once more. And knockout. Alright. And get sent back. Okay. I believe we are done with the random gym trainers. Granted, I said that before, so I'm going to quickly go heal up, and then I'll meet you back in the gym. Alright, I'm back. So let's take on the gym leader. So I believe we can come through. Oh, no. We have to make our way up here. Snake our way through. Alright, and then the gym leader, who is actually very familiar. Fwahaha! This is my hideout. I plan to resurrect Team Rocket here, but you have caught me again. So be it. This time, I'm not holding back. Once more, you shall face Giovanni, the greatest trainer. So, the 8th and final gym leader is Team Rocket's boss, Giovanni. He starts off with Rhyhorn, level 45. In red and blue version. Okay, so Terra will not be the best matchup here. So I'm going to switch in Isis, even though she may struggle with physical attacks. We should be able to last enough to strike back with a Bubble Beam. In yellow version, his starter Pokemon would be Dugtrio at level 50. We get the knockout. And Terra grows to level 41. Next, he sends out his Dugtrio, where in yellow version he sends out Persian. Yes, I'm going to switch. Let's send out Terror. We can avoid the ground type attacks. In red and blue, Dugtrio is level 42, where in yellow, his Persian's level 53. Oh. This is an interesting circumstance. So, he can kind of avoid our fly by using Dig. Hits us with Sand Attack, but that doesn't matter to our Swift. 1 star for each head of Dugtrio, and we get our knockout. Next, he sends out Nidoqueen, and this would be the same for yellow version. The only difference is the level. In red and blue, it's 44. In yellow, it's 53. Alright, we're going to just hit with Swift. Going to lower our defense. Let's take to the air. So Nidoqueen, the counterpart to Nidoking, ground poison type. A guard spec. I think that helps protect from critical hits. Oh, we missed. Goes for a poison sting. We luckily did not get poisoned. Go for a Swift again. And we get the knockout. Next is Nidoking, which is the same as in yellow. Once again, the only difference is their level. 45 in red and blue, 55 in yellow version. Okay, let's take the air real quick. We know we're going to take a Thrash. Unfortunately, we missed. Well, he delayed it with Guard Spec. Let's hit with Swift. Seems to be our best option here. But Terror is taking the thrashing as a tramp. And one more Swift should take out Nidoking. And we get our knockout. And now for Giovanni's ace. Rhydon, the evolved form of Rhyhorn. I am going to switch out Terror here. And you know what? Let's send out Gimbu. Our starter versus his ace. Level 50 in red and blue. Level 55 in yellow version. Rhydon is a pretty strong Pokemon. It does not have its evolved form in this game. But as with a lot of these ground types, they're also rock types, which makes them 4 times weak to water type attacks. Ha! That was a truly intense fight. You have won. As proof, here's the Earth Badge. The Earth Badge makes Pokemon of any level obey. It is evidence of your mastery as a Pokemon trainer. With it, you can enter the Pokémon League. It is my gift for your Pokémon League challenge. And we also receive TM27, which is Fissure. It will take out Pokemon with just 1 hit. I made it when I ran the gym here, too long ago. With that, Giovanni is defeated, and Team Rocket is now officially dissolved. So, obviously, Giovanni is the boss to Team Rocket, and he is the last of the gym leaders that was kind of evil in the manga, but his story does not end with the defeat of Team Rocket. He has much more connections to the story after this. And he doesn't necessarily become redeemed at the end of this story. He still does some questionable things later on, but you know, he kind of does have a slight redemption arc. Alright, we defeated the Viridian City Gym. Now it's time to make our way to the Pokemon League and to become champion. But first, we have a rival fight. What, Phoenix? What a surprise to see you here. So, you're going to the Pokémon League? You collected all the badges too? That's cool. Then I'll whip you, Phoenix, as a warm-up for the Pokémon League. Come on. So, time for our final rival fight. In quotes. Okay. So starting off, he has Pidgeot. Level 47. In red and blue. In yellow, he would start off with a Sandslash level 47. He's using Pidgeot to try to get its speed up. This will start outspeeding Terror. And increase its critical hit rate chance due to how the mechanics of this game works. But he's kind of stuck using it because of how the AI works out. But we use Hyper Beam and we take it out. So our flyer defeated his. Next, he's sending out Rhyhorn. Yes. We're going to send out Isis. We're going to kind of keep going. In yellow version, he would send out an Execute level 45. There we go. Next is his Gyarados. So, in yellow version, depending on how your wins went, so you would either be facing a Magneton, Ninetales, or a Cloyster here, level 45. Magneton if your rival ends up with Vaporeon, Ninetales if they have Jolteon, and Cloyster if they have Flareon. Next is Growlithe. Let's send out Kaiser. Go for a Rock Slide. In yellow version, he would send out either a Ninetales, Cloyster, or Magneton, depending on his starter. And so, Ninetales if Vaporeon, Cloyster if Jolteon, and Magneton if Flareon at level 47, the same as Growlithe here. Okay, this is one kind of weird thing. He does have potions here, which seem kind of useless. I think it's kind of like a holdover because this is the second fight we have in this area with him. So it's kind of drawing on the items from his previous battle. Next, he sends out Alakazam. In yellow version, it would instead be a Kadabra level 50. Let's go for a Spore. Does hit us with the Psybeam. This will probably hit decently hard. But we put it to sleep. Set up a Swords Dance. And we then hit with Leech Life. We gain back a good chunk of health, and with another Leech Life, we will knock out Alakazam. And with that, he's down to his final Pokemon, his starter. And of course, I'm going to fight him with mine. So if you picked Squirtle, he will have Venusaur. If you picked Bulbasaur, he will have Charizard. And if you picked Charmander, he will have a Blastoise. And then in yellow version, he will have one of the 3 evolutions. Vaporeon if you have lost the first 2 battles with him. Flareon if you won. I didn't know why I used Surf there. If you won one, lost one of the first 2 battles. And then Jolteon if you beat him both times. And that was a mistake on my part. I should not have used Surf. Alright, well, Terror, come on in. This kind of just means if we ever battle him again, we're going to have to definitely make sure we make up for that mistake on my part. But Fly knocks it out. And we defeated Green. What? I was just careless. Okay, that loosened me up. I'm ready for the Pokémon League. Phoenix, you need more practice. But hey, you know that. I'm out of here. Smell ya! Alright, so I'm gonna go heal up because we have a fairly long journey ahead of us. So, as we move on, I do want to kind of talk about our rival here and kind of my opinions on him. I feel like our rival in this game is actually a really good one. It's one that I feel he does appear sometimes a little too much, but I do also feel like they did a good job of placing him throughout the story where it mostly makes sense, with the Silphco one being the weird exception to the rule. Let's surf here real quick and talk to this guy. Yawn, I must have dozed off in the sun. I had this dream about a drowsy eating my dream. What's this? Where did this TM come from? This is spooky. Here, you can have this TM. You have too much stuff already. Okay. Well, that is the TM for Dream Eater. That's Fissure, we don't want that. See if I have things. Fire Blast. Who can learn this? Isis, Kaiser, and Terror. We don't really... Isis would be the best for it, but I don't really want to teach it that. There's Solar Beam. Blizzard. Okay, it looks like for that TM I will have to drop off items. I don't really need it. The most I would need it for is money. And if that comes the case, I'll come back for it. Alright. Oh no, what are we finding? Oh, Rattata! The ultimate defense of the Pokémon League. Run. Okay. So now we make our way once more to the Pokémon League. The first time we came here, we were stopped at the first gate because we did not have our Boulder Badge. But now we have all 8. Oh, that is the Boulder Badge. Go right ahead. You can pass here only if you have the Cascade Badge. Oh, that is the Cascade Badge. Okay then, please go on right ahead. So these are the badge check gates. You can pass here only if you have the Thunder Badge. Oh, that is the Thunder Badge. Okay then, please go right on through. And we can follow the path here. You can pass here if only you have the Rainbow Badge. Oh, that is the Rainbow Badge. Okay then, please go right ahead. Alright. Now we hit an area of surf. We do get some encounters here. Nothing we haven't really seen before. You can pass here only if you have the Soul Badge. Oh, that is the Soul Badge. Okay then, please go right ahead. There's a little island here. If you come over here, let me get it right. You can find a Max Ether. And once again, I forgot I do not have room for it. I guess I'll use that iron. We'll use it on Gimbu. Get his defense up a little higher. Alright. Back to surfing. And then you can only pass here if you have the Marsh Badge. Okay, that is the Marsh Badge. Please go on right ahead. Alright. Not here, right? Okay. It is over here. There is a hidden Ultra Ball. And we have some grass. You can get into some encounters here. We avoid them. You can only pass here if you have the Volcano Badge. Oh, that's the Volcano Badge. Please go on right. Please go right on ahead. Some more grass. There's nothing over here. Nothing over there. You can pass here only if you have the Earth Badge. Oh, that's the Earth Badge. Okay, then please go right on ahead. Victory Road Gate to the Pokémon League. Welcome to Victory Road, our final dungeon of the main story, and what we will be working on next time on Let's Play Pokémon Blue version. We're near the end of the game. We have a gauntlet to go through, one last legend to meet, and then the battle for the championship. I will see you next time.